What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, world? It is the Splits, the difference, and I am Rich Rocky.
And I'm Pops.
Yes, man, and once again, we are back with another episode and another. Now, this topic is hot.
Woo,
This topic is hot, man. It's a
woo.
hot topic around the world. And before we dig into it, Pops, give them some information about where they can go to catch the recaps and all the highlights of the
Okay,
show.
okay. All right. We want to invite you to go to our YouTube channel. That's Split the Difference 67
Mm-hmm.
at YouTube. You can also catch us on Instagram, Split the Difference 67, and Facebook, Split the Difference. We definitely want you guys to join in with us on the YouTube. We're trying to get those subscriber counts up, and y'all go on there and subscribe. We got a lot of stuff going on, nice shorts. Hopefully, you get them during the week on our Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, man. Hey, and again, man, it's just split the difference, man. Rich, Rocky, and Pops. We have an opinionated entertainment 30-minute segment, man. Just give us 30 minutes of your time on Sunday and then go back during the week, like he said, and watch all of our highlights, the shorts, some of the best clips, leave comments and everything. Hey, and once again, from now on, we're live on everything. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So check us out, man. Like, share, comment, and split the difference with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
Pops, man, you
Yes,
brought
sir.
a topic to me earlier this week, like you always do, and you said, "Hey, I want you to think about this topic. Tell me what you think about it." And so, as I was going through the week trying to find other topics, this topic kept somehow getting into my face, whether it was social media, some of my female friends calling me about certain things, and I'm like, okay, we got to talk about this.
Okay.
So the topic today is, has gender roles changed? Period.
Okay. Okay. And I'm glad we're talking about it.
Has gender roles changed? Period. So kind of explain when you brought it to me. What was your intentions when you said, "Hey, we gotta talk about this. It's hot." What do you even? What first comes to your
Okay. Well,
mind?
since our channel is kind of like controversial but not controversial, we're talking about the old generation versus new generation.
Okay.
And I was thinking of my parents and my grandparents and how we did things. So first of all, let me make a disclaimer. Our podcast is not a relationship type podcast.
No.
But when we talk about old versus new, these type things come up.
Right.
So we end up talking about relationships. We're not really talking about a relationship today, but what I want to talk about when we say have the gender role, I want to talk about the man in particular. Has his role changed through the
Throughout the
years?
years.
Throughout the
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
And I see it and I don't like it, but it is what it is. So
Right.
I want to talk about it.
Okay.
When I think about has the role changed, let me kind of like set it up and then we can go. I was thinking today and I can remember my grandfather. You know, in those days and my earliest days of life with my dad, I do remember some things that he did. The man role was to be a provider,
Right.
a protector,
Right.
and majority of the women, if they weren't single parent, they were at home wives.
Okay.
And I was thinking today, I can remember my grandfather when we
that.
stayed there during the
I like that.
summertime. He would go to work. Grandmama would stay at home, clean the house, did the cooking. And when he got home, we couldn't eat until he got home. Everything was done as a family.
Man,
When the man of the house came home, the provider, the protector, the one who's going to work, came home, everybody ate. But I also noticed that granddad always had something better to eat than the rest of us. I always had a different plate. And I thought about that.
Well, I mean, do you blame that on the man changing? If you, because if you're throwing that point out there, so that must mean that's something that you don't think that's going on today. Does that necessarily, is that the man's blame, or is that the wife's blame for cooking everybody the same thing?
Well, no, I'm not blaming that. I'm not really talking about the cooking.
Well, not blame,
I'm
but
talking about we're going to talk about how this whole thing has evolved, and is it really a good thing?
okay,
Uh, the I know today's society, well, let me say this. Let me try to keep it in segments. In in my early day, in my granddad and my dad's day, I can see where the man would make the decisions for the family.
All right.
I don't, because of the way things are, I don't see that in your society now. How do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Are women really housemakers now, or are they trying to divide? What I don't see it, and it's not good.
Okay.
It's not good.
Well, to that point, I like that. Um, I would say that those things are somewhat they still are the same. What we are experiencing now is a more a more and a real man can still control it, but even if he controls it, the woman is going to be a little bit more. She wants to be more dominant, and she wants to have a little bit more control. As far as you hear this thing going around now, oh, I'm a boss chick, I'm a boss woman, I'm a boss lady, and that's fine because I want a woman that can do that on her own because I know I'm gonna still do as a man what I need to do. Like you said, I'm gonna provide, protect, and do this. So, like I was saying, I think we're in a era now where the woman is not really wanting to be that. So, us men not trying to hold her back. We're trying to give them leeway to say, okay, you have some say so because it's hard to say without I am a man. I'm gonna be a man in my relationship and I am the man. But in today's time, women feel like if you just want to lead, take control of everything, like you saying, I'm coming home to this or to that, she feels like you're trying to control her and stuff like that.
I get that.
So it's a thin line, I guess I'm saying.
I'm probably gonna make some people mad tonight because I hear what you're saying. I'm saying back in my day, in my grandfather's, I seen less complications. Soon as women, and I'm not a sexist. I don't. I think if you have to work, you have to work. But I'm saying I've seen more problems develop when the workplace open up. I have a friend that works for the government. Now you can't even go to your job and say, "Oh, you look cute today." It's what they call it.
Yes.
They want,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. They want to put a charge on you just for saying you're cute. So you can't really be a man. It was better, I think, with what I'm seeing with your age, and it's my thing. Hey, if you are a man and you are at home and you're able to work and you're not working and a woman is paying your bills,
Oh
you're
yeah,
not a man.
now that's
You're not a
definitely
man.
unacceptable.
But
No.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of in this genre is that men are not really stepping up being men. So now you got women running, and I'm not going to give my total opinion, a whole lot of things that men should be running. And I can say
No,
like
that's
men,
so true. And
men
it's like
because we don't, let's say like when you, a difference in a man and when you had an accident on
yeah,
your slingshot.
right.
You call your mother. I was standing there. I seen she had you on the phone. You was standing up, and you was explaining, and she was like going nervous. Oh my God! And you was doing your thing. But as a man, it is my job to be calm and think. The first thing I said to myself is, okay, he's standing up.
I'm
He's
good.
talking. He's good.
And so that's why I'm like, let me call, because people ask, do we need to call your family? I said, no, that's the last thing y'all need to do.
Right. Right.
Let me call under control. I was a little, mom, I was a little, but I was still calm enough to let her know I'm good. Just get here.
Right.
So I understand what you're saying as that
Right.
aspect, not to cut you off.
And that's why I'm saying I want it's society. I think is going the way it's going because men are just not men anymore. And they're letting it think just because a woman makes more money than me doesn't mean in my household that she's controlling.
Right.
I am still the head of my house. But today's society, what I'm seeing is well, I pay bills just like you do. In my day, and I think your mama, there was a time when she didn't have to pay for nothing. I pay for everything, whether it be football, basketball, cars,
Yeah.
and I did not complain. My parents taught me as a man, it was my job to provide for my family. Now, she had a job too. I don't know what she was doing with her money. I wasn't even really concerned. But y'all rascals ain't finna do that now. Y'all gonna want to know, well, why am I paying for everything? You know, I just had a friend just got a new car. I can't call their name because they want to sue me. A nice Mercedes, just got a brand new one. Don't call no names because they want to sue me. Nice Mercedes. She calls. I talked to her. She calls her boyfriend and say, "Hey, I called him and told him, you know, we're gonna go out to a movie. I'll drive." He said, "Oh, cool. You paying too? No, you paying." She just want him to see the car, but gonna charge him. No, I would have said, "Sister, you pay too. You want to show off
Well, see, that's the first thing. I don't care who car you not driving. That's a part of the man too. I feel like I learned. Y'all heard what he just said. I kind of learned from him. My females don't have to worry about nothing. Like even if my female friends, if we going out on a date, if you good. Don't worry about. Just come and have a good time. If something happened to you, you can call me. You don't worry about nothing. I'll help you take care of it because I understand from what I came from. The man is supposed to take care of everything. But like I was saying, I think it's a thin line for these dudes. Like, man, I want to do that, but is this girl using me for everything? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like the women have also changed to where the guys have to second guess. Dog, is she really worth me? Uh, exposing my full manlyhood, or should I say that for the one
Well,
I know?
a lot of them think that. Oh Lord, I don't want it to sound like we're bashing women, but I'm just, let me talk about this other men because a lot of
Yeah.
women have got to the point where they don't need a man. They
Well, see,
feel like they don't
but
need a
that's
man.
why I'm kind of like
And if
praising
y'all
them
out there
too.
watching, please put a comment in. We would love to know.
Yeah, put
Come
a
in.
comment in.
A lot of them think they don't need a
I
man.
wanna. So just to cover what you just said, we're not bad. I wanna actually praise the women because, like my dad said, y'all are actually exposing the guys who aren't real men
Okay.
in my eyes. Because, like you said, just because she makes a couple $1,000s more than me, her car might be better than me. She might already have her own spot. That don't stop me from being a real man. Because if something happened to the spot, she's still gonna need a protector. Something happened to the car, she's still gonna need somebody to change the gas, or the tire. It's just things women need a man for.
Right. So if that's the case, and what do you think about your generation now? Because all the things you just said, when you do the statistics, it's just not adding up.
They got the wrong perception of being a man. The only thing they possess is the protection, and that's what the girls are feeding into. Oh, this guy can protect me because he took 2 and 3 guns. They're not looking at, is this guy financially stable? What if I want to go get a house? What if my apartment burned down? Can I call this dude to at least give me or spot me $50 or just something on a hotel or just something to better me?
Okay. Now they have a term. Uh, I'm seeing y'all a guy that's what they call it, green bean.
Yeah, green bean.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, and I want you to say green bean or whatever. This a guy takes the girl out, doesn't pay for the food. It's green bean.
He
I just want you to say green bean.
Nah, he ain't no green. You said a guy don't pay for the food?
Yeah. Take his girl out, don't pay for the food.
That's just not a man, bro.
A guy living. I just want you to say green bean. That's all. I just want to hear that. Living with the woman, but not paying any bills.
See, the term green bean was for a girl who is finessing the guy. I see how you're asking.
I'm turning.
She's a green bean.
Okay, I'm turning around.
She can be a green
She's
bean
a
too.
black eyed pea.
Well, whatever bean, whatever you
A
want,
cat
but
that don't meow.
whatever. But that's what I guess. Yes,
Okay,
green
but
bean.
I'm saying the guys. So
Since we speaking on guys, yeah.
because there are a lot of guys now that I'm seeing that living with the girls. She going to work while he's staying at home. He don't even have a job,
Yeah.
and she's okay with it.
But that's
Will a real man stand up?
that's something he's doing to her, and she's living with that. We both agree that's not a real man, but we don't know what he's saying to her or how.
That's not. Let's say that's not the characteristic of a real man because he's
Yeah,
a man.
by law he's a man.
He's yeah. Well, we a lot of the questions out on a lot of them. But yeah, he doesn't have the characteristics. So, what is there anything that we could do to try to change?
So your real point is the characteristics of a real man are diminishing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And do you not think so?
Um,
Because
I do because, and one reason I say is because I have too many beautiful female friends that claim they got dudes that they talk to that call me for little stupid
really,
stuff.
but
That one of these guys that you talk to should be able to help you with, but
but
they
do they?
don't have the answer.
But do they?
So yes,
Do they really want a real man? Because, like I'm saying, you said they boss this and they boss that, so you can't really tell them nothing. I asked somebody today, I'm like, okay, if this guy asks you to do something, would you really follow his rule? That's what I'm saying. And then get back in my day,
and let
the
me tell you what
man,
the answer
the
I've
woman
heard.
follow
Because
the man.
we like you said, we ain't trying to bash the women. So I'm gonna try to help y'all out, women. Some of them say, "Oh, when I feel like I can listen to, I'm gonna listen to them," and I'm gonna leave that at that.
Now
That's
listen
your
here.
point right
Now
there.
listen to this here, right here.
That's coming from
Then listen
real
to this.
females like that. I ask them like, I ask females them type of questions, and they when I feel like I can listen to and
You
understand, I'm
know,
gonna listen to them.
some men are so sorry, and I want to help the woman. And listen at this, and I'm speaking to the females right now because I know of some instances. If you have a so-called lover, friend, a man
Yeah.
that you're in love with, that you spend all your time with, and he said he loves you, and you guys are trying to build something, and right now you're going through hard times. If you are in a relationship with a man, giving him all your time, if you having hard times right now and he's not paying your phone bill for you, dump him. You ain't got a real man. You see, because if I had a daughter, I would say, baby, if you got a man that can't pay your phone bill, can't buy you a lunch, can't take you to the store and buy you something, not that he's supposed to, but at this point, if you're dating, he's supposed to be giving you a view
Of what?
of the
Right.
future.
Right.
If he can't pay your damn phone bill now, drop him.
So is what's the
That's what a real man did. I would have if we were trying to build something. These guys ain't real. They ain't real. And I don't even know if the girls are real, if they letting this go. I don't know what, and I'm seeing a lot, make a woman stay at home. I mean, go to work while your man's still at home. Am I, Joe, you my age. Is that crazy or is it just me?
You're absolutely right.
You girls, if you got a man,
Have a job to go to. Get up and get out the house while she at work.
that's
Go
right.
work out or
But the
something.
producer said if you ain't got no job, at least get up and get out the house till she get back home. You sitting up in there playing games, smoking your little marijuana with your friends. She got to come home and clean up after y'all. Get out the house, Negro.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. And but I'm saying real men stand up. And maybe we can take back over because I'm telling you it's a problem.
So as you talk, I'm honestly just sitting here thinking, and I'm looking at you. There's not a lot of men leading up the boys, and I say that to say it's a lot of what you see, because I'm listening at you. I'm listening at you talk, and a lot of these things you didn't tell me. You didn't say, "Son, let's just sit down and have a conversation. This is what a man." I seen it.
And that's the key.
So
My grandfather,
go,
my
go
dad
right
ain't
here, right
talking.
here.
I saw
You
it.
go there.
I saw it.
What? Explain, because if they don't see it, then well, my little goddaughter ain't gonna be in no type of trouble. But the rest of these women, how are they going?
Because
How help the men, help the young men that don't see it, and help the women to be able to discern a real man and
I
not.
guess there's two sides to the story because you do have some men that are not related or in the family that's try to help a young man, but the parents now are so quick and have trained their kids to say, "Well, you ain't his daddy." No, I'm not his daddy, but I'm just trying to tell him, "Hey, sir, when you enter this building, this is how you should act." So, for the men who are trying to give it, we don't stand a chance because women are so bossy. Some of them, not all, and some of them have been hurt so bad that they don't want to hear anything a man got to say. And the kids, like you said, you made a good point. I saw it, and I hope I tried to let you guys see it, and hopefully you take your point and you go on to do that. And then there's a lot of kids, they see the other thing. They come home, they see their dad at home. He might as well put him a girdle and an apron on and just cook because he ain't trying to go to work. Now he's the stay-at-home dad. And some people do that just, in my day, it didn't matter. Well, women then didn't make as much, but they do now. And I think that's great. But it didn't matter how much money you had when I was growing up. The men were in control of their household. And even some women followed some crazy stuff. But what they did, they just took it to a point where they could just leave. Now, my dad and mom relationship was kind of toxic. But my mama never said anything. We saw it, but she never said anything negative to us. But you can hear these girls now, well, your dad ain't S. Don't tell your son that.
Yeah.
Or your daughter that. Let them form their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? I can't say my mom never did that. And the kids learn to speak just like that. My dad ain't S. But yet and still, I know inside they don't believe that. Every kid want to believe the best for their parent. And I've seen a druggie still want to have a relationship with their mom.
So with that being said, and us coming to a close, I think we both can agree that it has some of the characteristics of a real man has either changed, shifted, or diminished, but something is not right to what we both knew as real men, what we seeing today.
Right. And so we're saying, I'm thinking maybe the role of the man hasn't changed. Maybe it's the expectations. Is what they expect.
Okay, so we'll end it like this because I was gonna say, give me three concrete that nobody can argue with you characteristics of a man. But since you said the expectations,
It's the expectations.
tell me what you think the expectation was, and then tell me what you think it is now, and we'll wrap it up.
Well, I said it at the beginning of the show. I think I know the expectation from living it, was the man was definitely a provider.
Mm-hmm.
He was the disciplinarian in the family because my dad would put it on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mama would just tell me and my brother, okay, well, we'll see what y'all say about that. I'm telling your daddy. That would automatically change.
And that's
change,
same with
it
us.
automatically would change the dynamics.
Yep.
We'll go sit in the corner for the rest of the day. I ain't lying. So the man then was the provider. He was the brain of the operation. He was the brain of the operation. Now, whether he was right or wrong, the woman still respected him as the brain of the operation. So he could say what she
Kind of
wants.
like that saying, right or wrong.
That's
they
right.
With me.
That's it.
And if it's wrong, you clean up the mess as
That's
the
the
man.
first game mentality ever created. Husband and wife, man and woman.
First game. Wow.
First game.
Okay.
That's the first game mentality. I'm down with you regardless.
So you gave me the expectations of the old. What do you think they are now? Since we are saying that they shifted, what do you think they are now? I'm gonna make you think a little bit.
I think I think the expectation is mostly superficial from the girl. If you give me good ding-a-ling, you can stay at home.
If you got drugs, if you got a couple drugs,
if you look good, if you look good and make me look good, you can stay at home. My expectations, I don't think the women expectations of men are high. I really don't know because it's hard for me to judge. I try to stay away. I just don't see. I wish somebody would put it in the comments, even if you after. What are your expectations today of a man, the young generation? I really don't know. What do the women that you have dealt with or dealing with expect out of you?
They definitely expect me to protect, like you said. I mean, you named it: protect, provide, and a lot of women that I'm dealing with now, they want to learn. Like,
When you say learn what?
just different. Hey, how did you get into this?
Okay.
Help me do this. Hey, you think you got somebody that can help me do this? So, though that was what I've been receiving. That's how I take it. Okay, they want to they expecting me to help them, not like baby them, but if they doing something. Because most of the people that I've been in touch with, we kind of been on equal paths, going in the same direction, doing the same thing. So it's like, let me pick your brain because I've seen everything you're doing. I don't want you to do it for me.
Gotcha.
Just help me, lead me in the right direction. And I feel like, okay, if I'm really your friend, I'm supposed to do that.
Okay.
So like you said, just provide, protect. At least the women that I deal with, their expectation is exact as my grandmother's. Provide, protect, um, take care of your business. Just keep things at peace. At least do your best. So it's just like for me, it hadn't too much changed, but I definitely see why you say it's a big difference. I
Yep.
see it.
Men stand up. That's
Man,
that's
stand
that,
up.
that that's how we've got to take back over. Women has to they have to have the ability to start trusting in our ability to lead again.
Hey, there it is, man. Split the difference. Y'all comment, like, subscribe, man. Go to the
Hey
YouTube.
Austin, what do you think about women in leading? I was just playing. That was a trick question. Don't answer that. You were supposed to just have one.
Great. Yeah, we out.
We'll see y'all next week.